My name is Haley. I work here at Rapsodo on our customer experience team. This is Charlie. Charlie works here at Rapsodo on our sales team. Within the last year or so, really focusing, he's been our upgrade guy internally, so we're really happy to have him. He'll be able to share some insights, mainly for this webinar. We just want to show our Pro 2.0 and Pro 3.0, some of the main drivers as far as what could lean you or make you decide that upgrading to one of our Pro Series devices is going to be the right move for you and for your program. So Charlie, if you want to kind of skip on to the next slide, just taking a look at our agenda for today. First, we're going to start off with why does Rapsodo innovate in the first place? It could sound like maybe just understood, but we kind of want to shine a light on that before we take a brief overview looking at the Pro 2.0 and Pro 3.0 as a whole. We're going to take a look at the new applications for Pro 2.0 baseball and softball, then dive into some FAQs. Going along with the FAQs, we'll go into questions. Please feel free. I'm going to be in the chat throughout this webinar. If you have any questions that pop up, if they pertain to maybe what we're talking about, and it's a good fit, we'll answer them right then and there. Otherwise, we'll leave it for that open questions dialogue towards the end. Very much encouraging any open questions. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. We'll move on to the next one. Just dive straight into why we as a company are innovating. So feedback from our customers is truthfully what drives everything we do here at Rapsodo, specifically with these two new pieces of hardware that we've come out with in the last 3-4 years. Specifically, Pro 2.0 just launched last year. We've had a lot of really great success, especially kind of going from what a lot of you have right now, which is the hitting and pitching 2.0. It's been in the field for years now at this point. So coming out with something new, something fresh. Tech moves fast, as we point out here in this center spot. Really, we've got to keep up with everything. And as things innovate, we can create a better experience overall for our customers. New products help us gain just a different customer base as well, as getting just more data and insight and to how our customers are using our devices, what our customers want, and really implementing that and putting that into everything new that we do here, software and hardware for Rapsodo as the whole ecosystem. So why would you guys consider to upgrade? The number one thing right here that we like to point out, especially me on the customer support side, is that there's no further development coming for our hitting and pitching 2.0 devices. As I mentioned just previously, hitting and pitching 2.0 have been in the market for years now at this point. Great product. They have been very stable for a while as far as the experience that we're able to provide for customers. That being said, anytime that an issue were to come up or does come up now at this time, there is no further firmware or software updates coming to the application that we provide or that runs the hitting and pitching 2.0. We're also with our new Pro Series line, just providing a more consistent product performance. Again, kind of touching on what I've already referenced on why do we innovate. Any feedback we've received from hitting and pitching 2.0 got really thrown into and advised heavily in coming up to create the Pro 3.0, which came out first, and then now the Pro 2.0 hitting and pitching units. Overall, the connectivity, the processing time, things like that we'll really dig into a little bit further into the presentation, are just overall providing a more consistent performance for when our customers are using these to gather and collect data. Future enhancements and features goes hand in hand with the no further development. We're going to be able to provide just way more across the board as far as metrics, what we're able to capture with our new devices. Both of them have more cameras than we've ever been able to offer, which just gives us a much broader spectrum on what type of features and enhancements we're able to offer there. And one of my favorite call outs, just personally, is that the Pro 2.0 and Rapsodo are really the first and the have a specific application designed for softball. Pro 2.0 softball has its own software database with this Rapsodo softball app. There's not been anything like that in our history here at Rapsodo, and it really isn't out there from our competitors either at this time. So getting something specifically built for softball for our softball customers was something that we were really excited to provide with the Pro 2.0.
So on this slide, we're going to take a side-by-side look, comparing our legacy devices with our new Pro Series line of products. Obviously, there are a lot of fine point details on this slide. We'll be covering them with broad strokes, but we will be sharing the recording of this webinar after the fact. So you're more than welcome to take a look back at this slide for future reference. Starting with the all-in-one concept, obviously a big difference between our legacy hardware and our Pro Series is the ability to record hitting and pitching from the same device. So it's no longer separate. Additionally, from a design standpoint, whether it's the Pro 2.0 or the Pro 3.0, they are one consolidated piece of hardware, one compact piece of technology. So you're no longer having to open up the protective tank. You're no longer having to, charge and power on the camera monitor and the RCE computing engine. It's all hardwired together. There's one power button, one charging port. So it's definitely a streamlined physical assembly and connection process. That leads me into battery life. Obviously a big improvement here as well. Upwards of 6 hours from a full charge for the Pro 2.0 and then upwards of 8 for the Pro 3.0. But for both, you will be able to charge them while using as well. Haley mentioned processing times, but from a vision standpoint, she touched on this as well, but there are going to be multiple cameras and radars, whether it be the Pro 2.0 or the Pro 3.0, compared to our legacy devices, which, as I'm sure you guys are familiar, has the single camera sitting inside the protective tank and facing the subject of the ground unit. With the Pro 2.0 and the Pro 3.0, again, vision on both sides of the device. We're going to be able to capture up to full ball flight for both hitting and pitching, which of course is going to be a big improvement from a performance standpoint. And will lead to improvements in data capture rate and data accuracy. Shining a spotlight on the Pro 2.0, like Haley mentioned, this was launched last year, and building off of kind of what I touched on the previous slide, customers are going to have flexibility with this device. So while it does come with cameras and radars on both sides, there will be a hitting designated side and a pitching designated side. You will be able to choose between hitting only capabilities, pitching only capabilities, and our dual model, which offers hitting or pitching from the same device, just not simultaneously. So it would have to be one or the other. But again, full ball flight for hitting and pitching, even though you're recording hitting only or pitching only, both sides will be active and in use from a data capture standpoint. Haley also mentioned the applications or touched on that. We have launched 2 brand new applications, one for baseball and one for softball, that are exclusively compatible with the Pro 2.0. One point of clarification here is that the online cloud portal where you sync your data to, historically speaking, that's going to remain the same. But again, 2 brand new applications that Haley is going to touch on in a few slides here. And then kind of similar to the legacy hardware, but of course the Pro 2.0 as well as the Pro 3.0 is going to be designed as a portable device, can be used indoors and outdoors. Nothing is changing there. But again, connectivity, battery life, data capture, you're going to see some significant, substantial differences there. As far as pricing is concerned for the Pro 2.0 and our Pro Series upgrade program, you will have the ability to receive a minimum of $1,500 in trade-in credit or value per legacy device that you have. So legacy device, when I say that, that's the hitting 2.0, the pitching 2.0, or the inside camera. There is going to be a limit of 2 total legacy devices that can be traded in per Pro 2.0. Same is going to be the case for the Pro 3.0 as well. But any combination of hitting 2.0, pitching 2.0, or inside camera, you can bundle 2 of those together for One Pro 2.0. Then another point of clarification here is this graphic up on this slide. This is our current standard pricing. However, I do encourage you to reach out to your direct sales representative. We will have some exclusive upgrade pricing for your participation in this webinar. Additionally, we are offering a free travel case included with the upgrade, an upgrade to a Pro 2.0 if made within 30 days of this webinar, of this recording. So that's an additional $200 value as well.
So getting into the new software applications, Charlie had mentioned this is Rapsodo Baseball and Rapsodo Softball. Just still screen grabs here. We're going to get into some screen recordings that were taken from both of these apps here on the next couple of slides. But main callouts here that I like to mention. All of this is what we had offered previously in the Rapsodo Diamond app that you all are using currently. The only main difference is first we have some different data metrics that we are providing that we're able to now provide. And then also everything is all on one screen. So you have by different data metrics, you have the ability to view these data metrics in a different way than you had ever before. This is showing a more advanced view. We'll show a more basic view here soon as well. But the 3D field view and the video are all still features that our customers know and love, still have access to in these apps. You want to go on to those screen recording videos here. So at the very top of the screen, you can see we call it the device tray. It's showing that the device is ready, it's armed, it's ready to go. This is showing the 3D field view screen. Used to have on the Diamond app currently, you're having to swipe over to the right to view this view. Now it is right there on the main screen for you. You can access that very easily compared to how you have previously. To switch over to, I think it's going to show the main data screen again. Over here on the right hand side, that's all of the metrics that we're offering. This is a hitting session that we're showing in Rapsodo Baseball app with the 3D field view. Going down to that basic screen, this is really nice for anytime that you are only wanting to, these are the big three when it comes to hitting, right? So if you're really wanting to hone in and focus, maybe you're screen sharing to a monitor via Apple TV AirPlay, something like that. All of the shot data, shot history is going to be over here on the left-hand side. Your hit outcomes down there at the very bottom. All of that is customizable and can be changed. On the next slide, we'll show the Rapsodo Softball app. Data screen's very similar, but now as you can see, this 3D field view looks different and is customized. We have the Rapsodo Softball app. The very bottom main call outs specifically for pitching here we're showing. We have softball specific pitch types. We've never really offered that before, which is kind of crazy, but softball players throw a variety of different pitches that baseball wishes or could throw if they wanted to. Rise balls, screw balls, drop balls, things like that we now have the ability to correctly tag for our customers. So again, showing that 3D field view on the pitching screen. That 3D ball image is going to be static. That's always here. And of course, you can kind of switch over to the main data screen. We even show the video screen here on this screen recording. You just simply toggle over from the 3D ball flight and the video screen. Again, that's another feature in Diamond app that you currently have to swipe over to see the full video screen if you are utilizing that feature currently in Rapsodo Diamond app. So having this all on one main screen really limits the amount of touches, the amount of time that you have to spend during those sessions, just navigating the app to see exactly what you're wanting to see and utilize as you're recording sessions with Pro 2.0.
So shifting focus over to the Pro 3.0, this is considered our premium or flagship product. Kind of opposed to the Pro 2.0, it is going to be an all-inclusive device. So it's going to come with hitting and pitching combined. You will have the ability to record hitting only data, pitching only data, or the exclusive ability to record live on live data. So obviously this is going to be, valuable in scrimmage situations, for example, but the ability to record hitting data and pitching data, one-on-one in real time. So what that would look like inside your iPad, you will still be using the Rapsodo Diamond DAC. You'll have like a split screen interface where you'll have real-time feedback for hitting on one side and real-time feedback for pitching on the other. In addition to the live on live capabilities, the Pro 3.0 does come with some pro level or advanced data points. They are seam orientation, seam shifted wake, vertical and horizontal approach angle on the pitching side. And on the hitting side, we have contact depth and strike zone awareness for all hit outcomes. So those would be some of the big differentiators between the Pro 3 and the Pro 2. But again, comparing this to our legacy hardware, it is going to be all hardwired in, one compact piece of hardware, one power button, one charging port. So it's going to be certainly a consolidated design and a streamlined physical assembly and connection process. Similar to the Pro 2.0, with the Pro 3.0, when you are upgrading, you have a minimum of $1,500 in trade-in credit or value that you can receive towards a brand new Pro 3.0. There is going to be a limit of 2 total legacy devices that you can trade in per Pro 3.0. And then similar to, again, what I discussed a few slides ago, this is our standard pricing, but right now is a great time to upgrade if you're interested. For participating in this webinar, again, we encourage you to reach out to your direct sales reps for exclusive upgrade pricing. I know we had travel cases that are offered with the Pro 2.0. Just do be advised that the Pro 3.0 comes with its own backpack. Additionally, something you might see in the bottom left-hand screen here is that protective cage. So the Pro 3.0 will also come with an external cage. The Pro 2.0, as I'm sure you saw, has the protective caging kind of built into it. So the bars wrapping over the top of the central core processing system. And then finally, our membership pricing. Just to recap this, there are some changes that have been made to this structure. If you are upgrading, let's say you're in the middle of your current billing cycle, nothing will change with your annual renewal date, annual renewal fee. That effectively will roll over. So it will be a one-time hardware upgrade fee. I will say that an active subscription is required in order to qualify for the Pro Series upgrade program. So let's say you have legacy hardware, but your subscription has lapsed, we certainly can combine a subscription renewal with the hardware upgrade in the same transaction, but an active subscription will be required. And so just to do a quick run through here, we have our individual membership, which is designed for personal or at-home use. This is going to come with a limit of 2 player profiles, and it's a $500 annual renewal. The high school subscription is brand new. So it was introduced with the launch of the Pro Series upgrade program. It is exclusive to Pro 2.0 and Pro 3.0 users. And it also requires or applies to official high school organizations. So like an official high school email domain will be required. But if you do meet that criteria, then you qualify for the special high school pricing. Kind of like I just mentioned, if you're a current high school, if you're a current Rapsodo user, and you're in the middle of your current billing cycle, you can upgrade right now. And then on your next renewal date, it'll be $1,000 to renew instead of $1,500. This package will come with a limit of 100 player profiles. And then finally, we have our team membership. This is designed for colleges and academies. It is going to come with a limit of 150 player profiles, and that's a $1,500 annual. And finally, to wrap things up with some frequently asked questions, we will address any questions that have been typed in the chat on the next slide. And I might be reiterating some things that Haley or myself have mentioned already. As far as which products are eligible for the Pro Series upgrade program, these would be our legacy devices. So hitting 2.0, pitching 2.0, inside camera. I just mentioned that an active subscription is required in order to qualify. 2 total legacy devices. There's a limit of 2 that can be traded in per Pro 2.0 or Pro 3.0. But do be aware that you have the ability to bundle 2 of those together for additional credit. And then finally, something that we haven't really discussed yet, as far as the process of returning your legacy hardware, what that looks like, from a logistics standpoint, we will provide a prepaid return shipping label for you. All that we do ask for in return is the camera monitor and the RCA computing engine. So just the internal hardware components. For the inside camera, that would be just the camera itself. But as far as like protective tanks, the red and black pieces, measuring tapes, power cables, you can dispose of that if you'd like. All that we're asking back for is that internal hardware.
Just gonna open it up to any questions. Right now, we don't have anything currently in Q&A or in the chat, but we just had one pop in, so that's awesome. Will the Pro 3.0 ever move over to the new software apps? That's a great question. Yes, we do have plans very soon to implement the Pro 3.0 into the Rapsodo Baseball app. We get a ton of information on the support side, not to geek out or get too into that, but this new series of hardware and the baseball app software has been a game changer for us on the support and just product side of things. We're learning a ton from it, and we can't wait to get the Pro 3.0 onto that new software. Diamond app has been great. Again, as I've kind of said and touched on at the very beginning of this, it's been stable. The hitting and pitching 2.0 have been running on that application for a couple of years now. And then with launch of Pro 3, that was our software solution. But Rapsodo Baseball and Softball app are going to be the future. So Pro 3.0 will be moving on to the Rapsodo Baseball app. More innovations, more things we'll be able to offer there once that integration has been completed. That one came through as I was starting. That is kind of the only question that we have in there right now. If you do have any questions that you've been sitting on, definitely please hop into the chat. I think we were going to hang out for probably another maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Should give us some time for if there are any questions to be had.
Hey guys, can you hear me real quick?
I can. Hi James, how are you?
Doing well. My chat's disabled. I apologize. I was
Oh, no problem.
So at what point do you choose between the 2.0 and the 3.0? I mean, where's the limit of like, hey, I want to upgrade even further?
Do you have an answer, please?
So are you talking about like choosing between the Pro 2.0 or Pro 3.0 or upgrading from, okay.
Yeah, upgrading, I guess.
So upgrading from the Pro 2.0 to the Pro 3.0?
Well, we have the legacy version. And so we just put in our order today for the 2.0, but I wasn't really familiar with the 3.0. So, like at what point will we choose to upgrade even further, or do we start there and just skip the 2.0?
Sure. So one point of clarification, I'm not sure if this was mentioned already, is that the Pro 3.0 is going to be a baseball product only.
Okay.
So the Pro 2.0 will offer, hitting and pitching for both baseball and softball. And so if you have the Pro 2.0, we don't have any official pricing or plans for upgrading from the Pro 2.0 or the Pro 3.0. I would say that we'll probably handle that on, one-to-one on a one-to-one basis. So it's certainly something that we can, entertain. However, for the official pricing, the official Pro Series upgrade program, that would be kind of the pricing breakdown that we showed on the slides.
And I think on top of what Charlie was saying about how Pro 2.0 can obviously run both baseball and softball type sessions, both Pro 2.0 and Pro 3.0 are very different as far as like what they can. Yes, we're giving you similar data points, but Pro 3.0, Charlie kind of said it earlier, it gives you some of our advanced pitching metrics. So if you're a pitching guy, Pro 3.0, and you really want to dig into seam shifted wake is a metric that we're the only people that offer, seam orientation, some specific more advanced metrics like that. Pro 3.0 could definitely be the solution for you, but the true upgrade from hitting and pitching 2.0 is going to be like a 1-for-1 is going to be your Pro 2.0 is the elevated version of what you have right now and the experience you're used to.
Perfect. And then the same with just the iPad minimums to run it and stuff like that is still the same.
Good question. There is a little bit, I mean, we're recommending, I think with the Rapsodo Diamond App, the oldest version that, you can use with, that Diamond App software is an 8th generation iPad. The oldest version for Rapsodo Baseball app is the 9th generation. We recommend internally, if you're in the market for a new iPad, at least a 10th generation iPad. The Pro iPads, like iPad Pro, I think it's the 3rd generation, and it all has to do with the ability for the device you're using to install Apple's latest version of iOS. The 8th generation is on the cusp of not getting the access to their newest version, so that's why we go safe with the 9th and 10th gens, as well as just some processing speeds and things like that. Video is tough if you're trying to record video on an older iPad and it's trying to process the data from Rapsodo, those types of things. So there's a little bit of change in compatibility, but as long as your iPad is you know, a little bit on the newer side, if not, definitely shop around for a 10th generation or newer. And we can check that out for you. Let's see if there was any other questions that popped in here. Doesn't look like it. That was a great question though.
Yep.
All of these questions have been really good. Let's see anything in the chat. Did you have anything else for us, James, while you're still on the line?
No, not really. I did place an order for my unit today, so
Awesome.
we'll look forward to seeing that. I mean, I will be honest, we've been frustrated with the last version. You know, it's just over the years, I don't think we've really gotten what we're hoping to get out of it, but
Yeah.
you know, hopefully this will help us out, and we'll give it a try when it comes in here in the next whenever, couple weeks.
For sure. I'll be sure, since you just placed an order, I'll be sure to follow up with you after this, actually.
Perfect.
I'd be happy to. Just make sure you get up and running with the new one as soon as you can.
I definitely think, just kind of building off of that, James, from a connectivity standpoint, battery life standpoint, data capture standpoint, I am confident you'll see a significant improvement between the legacy hardware and the Pro 2.0. But no, appreciate you jumping on and asking some good questions.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and it was a good reminder for me to go ahead and get this order going. So
Sweet.
Thank you guys, and I'll just keep you posted on my side.
Cool.
All right.
All righty. Well, if
Thank
you want
you,
to skip to, the last slide for everybody still hanging out on the line. This is just how to get in touch with us. If you have been using Rapsodo for years, maybe you haven't reached out to us before, our direct line to support and sales is the same. It's this 844 number. Different options for the different extensions. Sales is going to be option 2, support will be option 3, and both of us can be contacted via email, sales@Rapsodo, support@Rapsodo, just depending on the needs and the reason for reaching out and wanting to get in touch with us. If you want to be like James and get a Pro 2.0 going and take advantage of our webinar deal that we have going on, please let us know. We'll be happy to get you connected with the right sales rep. If you contact just sales, they'll get you in touch with the right team. Any other questions, feel free to shoot those over to support@Rapsodo. And again, this webinar is going to be recorded and sent to you guys after this commences. And then if you need to reference anything else or specific questions, again, we're happy to help, happy to answer. Any final thoughts, Charlie?
No, I appreciate everybody for joining. Really enjoyed kind of walking through this deck with you guys. Like I mentioned on the pricing slides, I would encourage you to reach out to your direct sales rep if you have any additional questions. Otherwise, I appreciate everybody hopping on.